Hi guys, it's Lisa Tong for the ChineseSoupLady.com, and today we're making a stewed beef with a rich oyster and ketchup sauce. It's fantastic. So if the sauce looks like a soup, tastes like a soup, smells like a soup, isn't it a soup? The ingredients you'll need for this stew is any type of beef without the bones, such as shank, beef chuck, or brisket. Add in sweet potatoes, fresh green onions, fresh white onion, garlic, and ginger. You can also throw in potatoes, carrots, or bell peppers, depending on how creative you want to get. The sauce is super easy and delicious to make. It's a little unconventional and almost like fusion. What you'll need is cornstarch and water to really set the base. Add in the oyster sauce afterwards, ketchup, sugar, and salt and pepper to taste. Start by chopping your ginger, garlic, and the white onion to make the oil fragrant. I would use larger pieces of ginger so I can fish them out later because I don't eat ginger, and I love the soft onions in soups and stews, which is why I cut them pretty big. Add in 2 tablespoons of cooking oil on medium heat. Once it's warm, add in the ginger and garlic and stir fry to release the flavors into the oil. Once the garlic and ginger start browning, add in the white onion and stir fry for 5 minutes or until the onions are soft. Add in the beef and sear the meat for another 5 minutes, continuously stirring on medium to high heat. At this point, you can reduce the heat to a medium as we prepare the sauce. The key to using cornstarch as a sauce is to dissolve it in cold water. I make sauce like a soup, so I'm using 500 milliliters of cold water and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to make the base. Stir until the cornstarch is fully dissolved. Then add in 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce and stir until the oyster sauce is also fully dissolved. You can now add this sauce base to your stew and keep the heat on medium to allow it to come to a boil. At this point, I'll throw in a bit of garlic salt, shake, and then 3 to 4 tablespoons of ketchup along with 2 tablespoons of sugar. The acidity in the ketchup is what will allow the beef to soften over time, and you've now created a savory yet slightly sweet and sour sauce that goes great with any stews. Cover the stew and let it boil on medium heat as you prepare the sweet potatoes. My family loves sweet potatoes, so I'm going to add 3 large ones today. Peel and cube into bite-sized portions, and when ready, add it to the stew to allow it to soften and absorb all the flavors. We're almost there. Just mix it all together so that everything is coated in the sauce and set it to medium heat to boil for an hour and a half. I'll cover my pot to hold the consistency of the sauce and stir occasionally to check that it's not sticking to the bottom. So once the stew is boiling again, what you want to do is just taste it and see how the flavors are landing together. It's so yummy. It's so yummy. It's so yummy! So this step is optional depending on how viscous you'd like your sauce. Mix in a little bit of cold water with cornstarch and add it to the stew, and this will immediately thicken up the sauce. To finish, garnish with chopped fresh green onions or cilantro and serve. This is amazing on top of white rice. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For more recipes, visit us at theChineseSoupLady.com. Cook on!